Hello and welcome to Sunday's show, and this is a show where I'm able to connect to God, and he comes forward with some wonderful revelations, talks about his world, about the Bible, about his thoughts, and so there's lots of things that he comes forward to, which is always really exciting to listen to. Anyway, before I go to God, don't forget to subscribe so that you can always know when God is speaking and be abreast of what he has to say. And so I'm just going to connect to God, and he's just stepping forward with me. He says that he's really excited today because today is the anniversary of all of his creation. He says that this is an anniversary that is marked in his kingdom every year. That he says all the people around him will be celebrating. All of the existence and all of the creation. And he's showing me, I can see that in my clairvoyance, he's showing me how many people will be dancing, and he's showing lots of dancing going on in his kingdom, and there's lots of celebrations and lots of entertainment that is happening, and man in his kingdom will be showing off some of their abilities, whether it be art or singing or dancing or music or anything like that they will be expressing themselves in his world. He is always excited to see how man has evolved, and he feels on this particular day he feels rather a sense of comfort that man has been able to achieve things in a way that he couldn't have imagined. But one of the achievements that he feels that he is rather excited about with man is that man has achieved a lot of technical achievements, and I feel, and he's talking about the technical achievements that he wants to sort of specifically talk about is flight and sort of all the technology that goes around flight. He says that with flight, he feels that man has been able to conquer some of the difficulties that man has had with looking at other cultures and other areas in the world, and that through this flight that there's been an ability for man to mingle with each other and connect with each other from different parts of the world. He says that if we had not have had flight, this ability to be able to connect with people from different parts of the world would not have happened. And he feels that it was vital that a cultural mesh needed to happen within the world for people to understand that first and foremost, every single person is a spirit. Every single person is a spirit that is housed in a body and placed by my ability, placed in a land where they will be having the life that I have chosen for them. And he says that he feels that this is something that when you look at how people are integrating with others more and more, he feels rather that there has been great success in this area. But he says, alas, there is still more work to be done. People still need to accept that we are all part of the same existence. We all evolved from Adam and Eve. We are all, in a way, his children. We are all people and we all have the same desires and the same feelings and the same ability to love one another. And he says that he has decided that there will be certain things as a gift to mankind because of the anniversary of his creation, and that he will be bringing forward more things to help mankind accept one another, accept our differences, and accept the beauty of the differences, and accept the different cultures and the different ways of living. And this is something that's going to happen more and more over the coming years, because he feels it's essential for mankind to be able to get to the next stage of their evolvement, and to join the other men that are already there in this new era of thinking and being in the world. Because he says it's essential that he brings man to the next level. And this is something that has concerned him for some time, about how people will not accept each other. And he's saying that if you make the decision to understand that every person is a soul, every person has a spirit, and every person is loved by me. And that if you understand that you could, if you embrace the differences and the nuances of life, that he will embrace you in a way that you have never been embraced before. Because if he can see your love for each other, then he will love you even more when you get to his world. Because all he wants for man is to love one another and to accept one another, and to not be racist or have bigotry in any way. He says that first and foremost, we all should love, and if we can love one another, then he will love you even more. And so he's thanking you for watching, and thanking you for considering to love one another. And he's drawing my hands together, and he says, "It is my greatest wish that all of mankind accepts one another, that loves one another, that enjoys one another, and helps and supports one another at all times. I too love all of mankind, and there isn't one person where I do not have love for them. As time goes by and you enter in my kingdom, as you have loved one another, I will love you even more. And that is my promise today, for my love is greater than all love of existence." And so back to Gail. I love this. I absolutely love this. I can feel like all that. I can feel the excitement of this, because absolutely, if we could have everybody being kind and nice to each other and loving one another, wouldn't that be amazing? What a world we could live in. And it doesn't take much to do, does it? And I don't say that I don't want to come across in any way being like sort of a Miss Know-it-all, because I'm not. I'm not at all. But I often say, for those people who live in England that are watching it, they will perhaps know the author Enid Blyton, and she writes books of the famous five and their little adventures. It's a children's book, children's stories, and I often think I'd love to live in an Enid Blyton world where we don't have to lock our doors and everything is just sort of, happy and lovely. But I think that's actually, if man was able to love one another, then actually we could all live in an Enid Blyton world and live that life where we have trust of each other, where we don't feel threatened, where we just know that everyone will be loving and in the light. And if we were all living in the light here, I guess we would be as close as it possibly could get to being in the light in God's kingdom, because I hear that the light is just so overwhelming, and that overwhelming feeling of love. And so that's really, I guess, that's what we should strive for, to be that person that God wants. Because I think that would be incredibly rewarding to us. All those people that are suffering wouldn't be suffering as much. All those people that just are struggling in life. If there was love in the hearts of everyone, then there wouldn't be struggles. We would all be looking after one another. I know that sounds a little bit like utopia, but we can hope, we can work towards that. So I hope that is inspiring you, as it has inspired me. And thank you for watching, and see you on Thursday. Okay, bye-bye.